when you asked me about Mojo Life when we met in our studio and our office a few weeks ago, I was struck that you were probably the best listener I'd ever come across. He's an amazing listener, David. The eye contact, the engagement, the nodding, the taking notes, absolutely amazing. And then you told me something that didn't surprise me in the least, and that's you used to work for the Samaritans.
That's right, yes.
Which I guess is a pretty key attribute.
Yes, you have to be. Yeah, you have to do a little more listening than talking,
yes.
I think, in there.
Yes. Can you just dwell on that slightly about the work that you did and the experience of doing that?
Of course, yeah. It was just, I think it was the year of volunteering. It was back in about, again, 05 or 06 or something, and I wanted to give a little bit of time back, give a little bit of money. I know there's I think, is it Jewish where it's tithing and you put 10% of your money in? I did want to do something similar with my time as a 10% working week spending volunteering, and Samaritans kind of just liked it. And we went in there, and I started off just obviously listening, and then on the phones, and then went to do Strangeways, did about a year in Strangeways, which was amazing. Some of the most genuine people I've ever met are in Strangeways, and it's, I know it sounds a bit weird to say that, but genuine in terms of the way you talk to them, and absolutely no problems with talking to you about anything. And then ended up being the chairman of Samaritans for 2 years at the end, and that was over a period of 5 years, and it was great. Really, really enjoyed it. And in fact, there's a training video, which if any of you have gone through Samaritans or know anyone, there's a training video on there, and it says that this old fellow, and he says, when I became a Samaritan, I didn't know what to say to people, and he said, but now when someone says, thank you, you've really helped me, that's amazing, and I get these goosebumps, he says, I realise that actually I've not said anything at all in the call. And there's something which, again, is great for business, is that Felix Stone says this, you never get poor listening. And whenever you talk to someone, then you just listen to them and then leave it, just so it just becomes uncomfortable when they're talking, and then they'll tell you something they didn't mean to. And so you've got this idea that it works well for Samaritans because they offload what they wouldn't, or otherwise say, particularly men, young men will ring you up and they'll go, yeah, I'm really angry about something, and then you go, okay. And also I'm feeling a little bit, whereas you're never going to say I'm feeling straight away. It's not never, but as a young man you tend not to say that. So it was a great experience for life. It's not for everyone, but it was a great experience for life. And some of those feelings you get, the goosebumps in the back of your, some of those feelings, that in my life were in Samaritans, listening to people. And even when it doesn't go well and the call doesn't end well, or they end their life, it's sometimes you think, God, what an honour to be there, to be the person they spoke to and told,
Yes, you feel very privileged.
Of course you do.
Yes.
It's brilliant.